Greetings, Hotep, peace, Islam. Once again, my name is Auset Mayat Edu Bey, and it is with great pleasure that I welcome you all once again into my humble abode. Once again, I extend to you the greetings of peace and love. Now we're going to delve further into our Culture and Refinement series, Part 4. Culture and Refinement series, Part 4, entitled The 7 Units. And once again, as you all know who may have been viewing me these past few weeks, that I always start out with the 7 units to refresh our memories and to keep us cognizant of what these 7 units are and how important that they are in our everyday lives. Point number 1 would be, first 7 unit is how to sew. How to pick out fabric, how to put together, just starting out with something basic as far as fixing up a table, picking out fabric to make a table setting, place settings on your home. You can make your own, pick out your own fabric, and it's very cheap and economical. Also, how you may want to decorate a window, nice beautiful fabric that they have in stores. Also online, there are a lot of fabric stores as well. Point number 1, how to sew. We'll be getting more into that as each week goes along as well. Point number 2, how to cook. I've been delving into how to cook a little. Started last week and downloaded a couple of recipes. I put one out today on my Facebook page as well. I had that today, the rice with the mushroom recipe. I posted that up today, and a couple of weeks ago, I think last week, I believe, I posted up a vegetarian mac and cheese. So those are 2 actual recipes that I posted up. But soon I'll be actually going over the recipes, like physically, as far as in the kitchen, and showing you exactly how to put it all together. That's point number 2, how to cook. Point number 3, how to clean. As most of us should know, or some of us should know, that cleanliness is next to godliness. That entails not just keeping your own self clean, but your house, your surroundings, because that is a reflection of ourselves, especially us as women. We are the first teacher of our children, our boys and our girls. So that's very important that we hand that down. That's an art too, how to clean. Just not ourselves, but our house, our surroundings reflects upon us, especially as women. Point number 4 would be how to take care of your children. Now, as an educator, that's very important to me, and every week I've been touching on things about the children, things that are going on as far as the daycares, types of learning experiences, environments, homeschooling, with some of the things that I do myself, homeschooling, daycares, teaching in public schools. That's very important now, especially with a lot of the violence that's going around in schools. We've been touching on that a lot. Point number 4, how to take care of your children. 5 would be how to take care of your husband, for the women, and also brothers, you're welcome to listen as well. How to take care of your wives. And consort. Consort is the same thing. Husband to wife, wife to husband. That would be how to take care of a husband. Point number 5. Point number 6 will be how to act at home. Now that's how to act at home in the community. Why the community? Like wherever you're going, how you want to act, how you want to carry yourself, how you want to act with the children, like if you're on the bus or train at school, or how you just want to carry yourself in a certain way so people will know you have how to reflect culture. There's a certain way, and there's a science to that as well, how to act at home in the community. That's number 6. And last but not least is how to act abroad. How to act abroad is very important. That's when you go out the country. And since we were the first navigators as Moors Americans, we taught Europeans how to travel and get from place to place. We taught all cultures. We were the original so-called quote-unquote pirates that they talk about. Is our people, the Moorish Americans. And so these are some of the things that we want to learn. We want to learn about geography. As an educator, they took geography out of the schools, and a lot of children don't even know exactly where certain countries are. I mean, there are a lot of testings that we did, we gave out, and it was, I think it was done last year. There was a report that was done that I think America placed number 25 or 27 as far as the most smartest country. I think the highest was like the Chinese, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to conjure that up on one of my discs and get that information. But it's a known fact that America's kind of low on the totem pole now as far as children learning geography. So that's very important, how to act abroad, because a lot of people don't realize when they venture outside the country that there are different customs. So just being on the internet is important. Sometimes if you're with your children, just get on the internet, put in certain countries, Africa, Asia, Japan, China, different types of countries, Europe, Paris. Everybody has different customs and things, and it's very important. Because if you don't know the customs, especially a lot of these Islamic countries, you can get totally locked up. So that's very important. So I want to go on and get into the 7 units for this week. And once again, I'm going to go over them once again: how to sew, how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of your children. 5, how to take care of your husband, consorts, wives. Point number 6, how to act at home. And then 7 again, how to be act abroad. Now there was an article that I want to touch on. I'm going to go on and deal with how to take care of self, dealing with our women and our sisters, or young sisters. There was an article I just saw today, just earlier today, and it was called Women Stressed at Work, Overwhelmed at Home. And this was on mail.com. It's an article. It was on rinse.com, and it was posted on there by one of the writers that posted it up. So I looked over and I said, I think I want to touch on this today a little bit. So we're going to talk about that article to begin with. And what the article basically was saying, that over in Britain and also America, they said a lot of women are being stressed. You can tell by the title, Women Stressed at Home. Women Stressed at Work, Overwhelmed at Home. So it means they're stressed out at work, and then you come home, you're overwhelmed with everything. Whether you're single or you have children, a husband, children, whatever. According to this article, women are getting more stressed at home working in corporate America. So that delves into all people. But I just like to center it around our people, because most of the percentage-wise, the highest percentage is always in our community. But if anybody can listen to this if they want to gain some insight into it. So once again, we're going to discuss that, and what they were saying, that there's this so-called super pill that they're making now, and it just hit the mark, and mainly said a lot of women are taking these pills. And they did a survey, and they said back in the 50s, women were taking barbiturates back in the 50s, and then 60s was Valium was a popular type of pill that women were taking, and then 70s it became amphetamines, and then 80s and 90s it became Prozac, and then now they're coming into this thing that's called a super pill that's out now for women that are working and are stressed. I myself, I don't take any kind of medicine. I don't have any type of nothing. You come into my home, you'll see in my cabinet I don't have any medicine. It's maybe a Tylenol sometimes, but I don't even have that right now. So I don't take medicine at all. So I don't deal with any of that. Basic thing to be doing right now in 2013 is like getting more into yourself, meditating, eating the right foods. If you're at work and you're sitting at your desk, whatever, take that time out, that half an hour lunch break, or that hour break that you may get, and just take that time to sit at your desk or go outside, even if it's cold or warm, and just sit down on a park bench. I've done that a lot of times when I was working in corporate America. I would just go outside and just sit and just meditate and contemplate. Write something down, what you may want to do when you get home. What kind of things you want to talk about when your children when you get home. Just something to relax your mind when where you there at the workplace, what you want to do before you arrive into your home or whatever. You pick the children up from daycare or whatever. How you want to come at them and things like that. Because a lot of the ways that parents are acting, this is what is causing the children to, revolt and do types of things when they get older, because they see how they've been handled by the parents. So that's important. And so this is basically what this article was talking about. It was talking about how women are being very stressed at home, and this pill that they're taking now, it's called a super pill, but basically it's kind of like Ritalin, and it's a pill that they give to the children. I know in public schools when I was teaching, they gave a lot of these children this Ritalin type pill, and they said this super pill is similar to that they are getting. A lot of women are taking these pills because it peps them up and it keeps them, you know, concentrating on things they need to do at home, and then when they're in the workplace. But it's addictive, just like these other drugs that I had read before. So that's not good, because when you're coming home, you're not even giving your all to yourself or to your family. So why would you want to just get stuck on a bunch of drugs, and then if there's side effects to this thing, just like with Ritalin. And this type of drug is called a super pill. They saying it's akin to Ritalin. It comes from that line of drugs, basically. And this is a type of pharmaceutical that's getting to be very popular with women, they saying, in the workplace. So this is also going to branch out to the children. We're going to see a lot more of, like, a lot of negative acting out in children because of what they're seeing with their parents doing. So I thought that was a very important article to come out and discuss. And I want to just also go into some things about, also I was stipulating meditation is very important. If you just do it like 30 minutes, like at your desk, at home, you know, just try to do it. Do it with your children too as well. You're going to sit down, get peace of mind. Even if you're sitting down at the table eating dinner, maybe light a couple of candles at the dinner table, sitting down with your children, and then just reflecting as you say a prayer and meditate with one another. Then while you're eating, asking your children, how was your day? You know, what happened at school? You know, just, you know, being on these drugs is not good. And, you know, that's going to carry over as with the 2013 energy if you're still going to be into this type of mode. I mean, I'm just trying to, you know, throw out some ideas that, you know, especially women can use, and men as well. But this article basically dealt with the women, this type of thing. So, and then also, while we have some time, I want to go over fruits and vegetables and organic fruit, and point out some differences with the regular fruit. Now I'm going to show you a picture of the difference. This right here is like an organic apple. It costs a little bit more, but it's more healthier. It doesn't have the chemicals in it. It's heirloom, and it's made, you know, without chemicals in the ground, like the Monsanto and all that. This comes from a farm where I guess the farmers, it's organic, you know, they're not putting any chemicals into this. It's a little bit more expensive at the store, but if you could try to just maybe get into buying a couple of these fresh apples and things like that, that would get you in the mindset of maybe trying to eat a little bit more healthier, starting out with fruits and vegetables. And then here's also a bunch of bananas right here. This is like a whole total fresh bananas that are organic. Cost a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it. Bananas is good in the morning if you have time, of course. So you don't want to make a lot of food anyway for breakfast. You know, if you cook a big breakfast for your children, they're not going to be any good when they come to school. They're just going to get sleepy. It's probably going to be the wrong type of food for them. Teaching school, I saw a lot of that. A lot of them are coming to school bogged down with a lot of food. First thing they do when they get there, bam, head hit the desk. And then we know we gotta get their attention, you know, because we know that they basically had the wrong type of food in the morning. But fruits is a very good thing if you're on the go. Bananas, I did this a lot with children growing up as well. This is really good. Bananas with, you know, fresh juice in the morning, you know, if you're on the way, because you're not gonna have a lot of time to cook anyway. That big meal of breakfast, that's what you want on the weekend, fine, but not when, you know. That's just the added stress to it. But any type of fruits is really good in the morning when you're on your way to work. And then maybe in the afternoon, you know, touch on your lunch, you know, a healthy lunch for your children if they're bringing their lunches to school. Also, you want to make sure what they're eating inside the schools for the cafeteria. A lot of schools are trying to at least do some type of healthy, trying to introduce that, especially in our black community. I know Michelle Obama, she did a lot of visiting to schools and trying to get that out about trying to eat healthy and things like that. And then the dinner time should always be the most healthier meal that you would try to make for your family, for yourself, husband, that type of thing, children, family as well. So that's what I wanted to teach on with that this week. The fruits and veggies, try to get in mind, keep that in the forefront, how you want to be preparing your meals and what you want to do once you get home from work. So with that, I'm going to end as I started, in the words of peace and love. We have have a blessed night. Thanks for listening.